Hello, my esteemed investors. I am Peter Imido, your real estate consultant in Lagos. Today, I want to talk about an interesting topic: understanding land titles in Nigeria. The Land Use Act of 1978 ceded all land to the government and made it mandatory for all government to approve any land transaction. So in a state, the governor of that state is in charge of the land of that state. I have a chart that would help simplify what land titles are all about in Nigeria. Land can be broadly classified into two: acquired land and free land. Now, taking the right of acquired land can be further classified into two: committed acquisition and global acquisition. Committed acquisition are land that are acquired by the government for specific purpose. They have a purpose that they are going to be served. Such land are used for either fire station, for road, they could be used for drainages, hospitals, schools, airport, for government parastatals, for police station or the like. So if you buy a land that is committed, you see, when the government wants to make use of such land, your house will be brought down and there will be no compensation at all. The next one from the diagram, as you can see, is global acquisition. These are land that have been acquired by Lagos State government, but there is no specific purpose for them yet. Such land can still be released under the process of either ratification or by excision. Now let's look at ratification. If you want to buy a land that is under global acquisition, you meet the indigenes. After buying such land, you go to government for either ratification or regularization. So it is buying twice: buying from the native, the indigene, and also meeting the government for it to be released because it has been acquired by the government before. And you can also get such land by meeting the government. And remember that it is an expanse of land. So the government can release a portion of such land after you have paid the government through the process called excision. So excision is the process whereby the government releases a portion of the globally acquired land to the settlers or indigenes for the purpose of farming, for building, and for other commercial activities. So from this excised portion of land, they can also sell to interested investors. Now, when such land that has been excised or released through excision is documented in government document and published, it is called gazette. So gazette is another title and is the extension of excision. Now, if you buy an excised land or a gazetted land, remember, this land is under a general name of a settlement of a particular place. You can decide to personalize it on your name by meeting the government to acknowledge such transaction that so and so community has sold a certain portion of the land to you, and they will acknowledge it, they will acknowledge the transaction by ratifying it through the process of C of O. And what is C of O? C of O is certificate of occupancy. It's a certificate that is given to you that such transaction, such purchase of land is acknowledged and recognized, and it would then be on the name of the buyer. Now, supposing the buyer want to sell to another person who is interested on that land, either the buyer or the seller would then approach the government to inform the government that I want to buy a land that someone that has C of O wants to sell. So the government will acknowledge such transaction by giving governors Consent. I want to let you know that C of O cannot be given twice. The moment it is under one person's name, you can only get a title on your name by meeting the government, and the government would acknowledge such transaction by giving you a title called governor's consent. Now, C of O is given for the period of 99 years. So if you have, or if you buy a land that is governor's consent and you are willing to sell it to another person, the person can also ratify or meet the government for acknowledgement by also getting another governor's consent. So the series continue on that format. Now, clients, let's look at free land. Free land are land though under the government has no immediate claim, interest or commitment on such land. Some of the land in Ekpe fall under this category, hence we call them freehold. So if you want to buy a land under this category, you meet the indigenes and you buy from them. Then you go to the government for the land title perfection. The government can then issue you C of O. The C of O will then be in your name. Then supposing you want to sell such land to another person, what the government can give to this buyer is governor's consent. Care must be taken, clients, when buying properties, land from indigenes. You must be careful not to fall victim of land grabbers called omonile. Some of them sell land that they don't have claim over. So, dear client, I advise you, instead of buying land from omonile where the chances of losing your land or money is high, it is better to buy from reputable real estate company where the real estate developer has track records, estate that are well titled, which are safe, secured and guaranteed. Dear client, for further clarification of what title is and what title is not, just give Peter a call. Our services come with zero agency fee. You will be glad you did. Thank you.